Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Queensborough Hall, the heart of Queens. I'm Congressman Joe Crowley. I also dub as the county chair of Queens County, the greatest county organization in New York City. And we are delighted to be here today to join in unison behind the rest of New York in supporting the next mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio. I've had the honor of knowing Bill for quite some time. Quite a few elections as well that we've been through. Sometimes on the same side, sometimes not, but more often than not, we get back together.
Amen.
So, I'm pleased to be here with Bill, as I know all my colleagues are. Now, Bill ran one of the greatest campaigns I've ever seen for mayor in the history of New York City, at least since I've been involved. And he has been able to capture the hearts. I should say your son actually captured all the hearts. And you know what? I'm here just to prove that it's not all about hair. It's not all about hair. Right? If I could bring something to this election. But you really showed, I think, what is at the heart of this city. Your family is representative of what's at the heart of this city. The diversity of this city. The beauty of that family. That commercial. My mom said it was one of the greatest political commercials she's ever seen, and I told Bill that as well. There was a beauty in that commercial, but it's really more representative of who Bill is. Bill is a compassionate person, a man of dignity and of honor. He has fought his entire career for the least amongst us. And now he's bringing that spirit, that energy to the highest office in New York City. But it's more important than that. He's bringing it to the state and to the country as well. When Bill de Blasio was elected mayor of New York, it will be a time for a new New York State, and a new U.S. as well. He is going to be an inspiration to young people in a new and different way. And that's why I'm proud to stand here to support my good friend, Bill de Blasio. But ladies and gentlemen, let me now give to you the next mayor of the great city of New York. The next mayor of the great city of New York, Bill de Blasio.
Thank you.
We want Bill. 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 We want Bill.
Thank you, everyone. I have to tell you. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Queen for Bill.
I want you to know that I see eye to eye with Joe Crowley. Okay? And Joe, it is about more than just hair. In America, in New York City, you can make it whether you have hair or not. Whether you have a lot of hair like some people do. Or
That's enough, Bill.
Okay. I'll leave it there. You know, it's always an interesting thing as a Democratic Party. We're such a big, diverse party. And we're going to have our internal process. That's what primary is all about. But one thing Democrats recognize is our core values are very, very consistent. And people actually get back together real quick when it's about those core values. Joe is one of the most important Democratic leaders in the U.S. Congress. And that is incredibly important for the city of New York. We are blessed to have his leadership. There are some folks here who helped me out very, very early on when my prospects weren't looking so great. And there are some folks who are joining me right now for the first time. But I want to say, we are Democrats together. And we are unified. And the beauty of this is it doesn't matter what came before. What matters now is how we proceed together. And this is a county party that knows not only just how to unify, but how to hit the ground running and win elections. And so I am just deeply, deeply appreciative for the support of Chairman Crowley, for the support of everyone here today, and obviously the support of the county party as a whole. This is going to be a major building block in our victory. You know, for those who are counting at home, looking at Mr. Sweeney, and I think he knows this fact, there are 6 registered Democrats for every 1 registered Republican in New York City. Which reminds us that the first work we have to do is unifying our party. And we are doing that today, and we've done that in the previous days, and I have to say, everyone, literally to a one, everyone I've spoken to, party officials, elected officials, district leaders, everyone desires the same thing. They desire unity, and they desire that the Democratic Party rightfully provides leadership again at City Hall. And that's what you're seeing here today. This election will be, as all elections are, about whose side you're on. I know I'm on the side of middle-class people, working-class people, poor people in all 5 boroughs. I'd like to emphasize that last phrase, in all 5 boroughs. I'm a proud Brooklynite. I'd like to say to those in the next most populous county, you're great too. But, you know, I said the day I announced my candidacy was on my block in Brooklyn, in front of the home I own, with my family. We talked about the public schools that my children have gone to. And I offered a thought that day. It shouldn't seem radical, but in the last 12 years may seem a little hard to believe. I said that day that all boroughs are created equal. And it's responsibility of City Hall to treat all boroughs equally. Standing with people who know a thing or two about reaching the voters, who know a thing or two about organization. Archie Spigner, can I get an amen? And the leaders, the county organization, the clubs represented here today are going to pull out all the stops in the next 6 weeks. And they know how to do it. And we're going to make sure we're going to turn out every Democrat. And we're going to find a lot of independents and Republicans who are looking for a change too and don't want a tale of 2 cities anymore either. And we're going to prevail on November 5th the good old-fashioned way. We're going to earn it. Door by door, phone call by phone call, leaflet by leaflet, and we're going to bring home victory for the Democratic Party. Thank you, and God bless you, everyone.